Now she's all mine, and there's nothing you can do about it. Ha 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 ha.
I love the
Build this.
What?
Wark. All right, Lilith Fair is over. Everyone out of the garden.
Get out!
What the fuck was that? Apparently when you get attacked by 2 vampires and end up in a coma, you don't go to heaven, you go to a Sarah McLachlan concert.
There are no words.
And there are no words. No, we met Claudine, which is a big deal from the books.
It kind of sets it up that, like, she's only able to be contacted while unconscious.
The dream afterlife thing was either genius or such a colossal misstep.
I could have done without the little follow the little rose petals and the hee-hee-hees. Like, just freaking get there already.
And
okay?
the
like,
hot tub time machine that they all jumped into at the end.
All I know is that Sookie drank something that a naked lady came out of.
Lorena.
Oh my god, most
Adios.
awesome. Most awesome.
I think probably the best death yet, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the fountain of blood, the
Epic.
gore. Just like, I almost thought for a brief second that Bill was wanting to get staked, like a double stake.
I mean, Lorena, R.I.P.
Well, it's
Rest in a
Debbie.
puddle. Crazy bitch number 2, Debbie, who is not going to go away anytime soon. The way in the show that they're tying it into Coot getting killed and her vengeance for that actually makes a lot more sense to me.
Jason had a big week. It was,
He's buying meth for people in the jail from Lafayette. Oh god! But as long as he just lounges around on that lazy boy in boxer shorts.
Well, Hoyt looked pretty good too.
Hoyt did look cute. Summer?
Anyway.
What do you feel about Summer?
Summer, I adore her. I want to just take her in my arms and go, oh my god.
Do you want 500 Days of Summer?
I want, if she can bake me biscuits every day, yes. I want 500 days of biscuits.
Buttermilk biscuits, here we go. Sift the flour and roll the dough. I have a theory about Summer that she might be...
I have a theory.
It doesn't matter.
It could be bunnies.
I think they might be introducing Summer to introduce a major group for next season. That's my theory. And I think Jesus might somehow be involved in that too. But that's just a theory. Big
Sam.
week for Sam.
Yay for you, standing up for your bro.
Infiltrating the dog fighting ring.
The dog collar looked very well on you, by the way. It was a very nice accoutrement.
Sam gets Tommy away from Flappy Pant Pappy and, Noxious Mama. But it's not over.
They might get retribution.
It might all be a setup.
Vengeance. It might be a setup.
The whole thing could be a setup to get Sam to trust Tommy. You don't know.
Oh my
They're clever.
God,
They're very clever.
Don't do this to me.
Pam came back this week
Oh, thank God. She's about to get her eyelids pierced.
with Tiffany.
At least they were
Girl,
stylish.
as long as they were classy. And the Magister met a very untimely beheading end.
That's slow motion.
I think that is big trouble for Russell Edgington. I think that was his step too far, and I think it's going to come back to haunt him. Hadley did not get killed by Eric.
Oh my God, thank God, because that would have been a bummer.
Because it was Eric, or because...
Yeah, just because, like, just the situation, like... But now I'm attached to her.
Like Velcro. Russell Edgington.
We gotta talk about this.
Okay, so the scene in the back of the truck where Bill attacks Sookie because he's starving. That is in the book, but it's in the trunk of a car. In the books, it's suggested that it was a rape as well.
Yeah.
A little less rapey, which is good in my book because I'm not a big fan. of the rape.
Yeah, well, it was still...
But it was still pretty nasty.
It was brutal and very nasty.
So how do you feel about your bill after that?
He's gonna just take a long time to get warmed up. I mean, I still love you, Bill, but I don't know what to do. Whatever. Sookie. First of all, you don't rip open your arm with a saw.
Can vampires get tetanus?
It was like, oh, I'll just cut my arm off.
My whatever Sookie moment was, I mean, technically it's not her fault, I guess, but that whole Ren Fair bullshit was so terrible. I'm sorry.
But I kind of like Ren Fairs, but even I was a little embarrassed. I think that they are having fun with it, and reason being is because
it's ridiculous.
It is pretty ridiculous, and there's no way to really, unless you're gonna do the whole like Lord of the Rings.
Do you think that was Claude sitting on the
shirtless
with the white pants?
It was either Claude or Fabio.
Work. 3, 2, 1.
What'd you say?
Jason.
I put Sam on a leash. Woof woof woof. That was so cute.
That was kind of cute.
I love the comment that they gave about Sam and in his little dog form. They were like, check out the balls on that dog. Although I still prefer that apron you wore last season.
Yeah, Jason in those boxers
Jason doesn't even have...
The afternoon sun.
There's not an ounce of fat or anything on it. It's just like skin tightly pressed around every muscle and this like...
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Oh my god, it's that time again. Ow, ow, oh, ow. Down, boy, down. Oh, get those pit bull balls away from me. This week's question's from Mary. Mary says...
Mary.
At Comic-Con, the actors each gave their favorite vamp movie. What is yours? Well, Mary, I thought long and hard over this one, and I must say it's Blade Trinity, hands down. Because it was sexy, it was campy, it was action, it was bloody, and it's kind of everything I want in a movie. Got a little Ryan Reynolds in it, too.
Little Ryan Reynolds never hurts.
Oh, it never hurts. That's for sure.
Well, it hurts a little just at the beginning. I think they can tip into being very silly very easily and not scary. So I'm going to pick one that tried to be silly from the beginning, which is Fright Night. It's a comedy horror movie about vampires, but it still manages to be kind of scary and has a great sense of humor. It's got great effects and it's very silly and it's a lot of fun. And Roddy McDowell is camp, is a row of tents. So I would say Fright Night is my favorite. And if you would like your Wolfbag question to be considered for next week, leave your question in the comments of this blog post or tweet it to @CampBloodBuzz or @AndySwist. And if you win, you will get a little prize pack that we will send to you. So, Mary, make sure you drop an email to buzz@campblood.org with your address, and we will get it out to you.
Wark! My rating would be a 10! I was really happy with everything. I'm so happy that Lorena is gone. Pam is free! And it's sort of like, I sort of feel a little relieved, and I'm sort of ready for my second wind now. It's like, I sort of feel like I'm ready for the next course.
I'd give it an 8. The first 2 minutes were a 10, but I'm sorry, the
fairies? Bitch don't like the fairies.
It knocked it a couple points down for me. But between the two of us, that's a 9. That's great. That's what we gave last episode, which was amazing.
That was amazing.
And still, I think the average from season over season is like...
Oh, this is like...
Crazy.
This is like... Oh, like high note. This is... Wark.
So we will be back next week. In the meantime... if you fancy yourself one of these amazing Vampire Humbert t-shirts,
hey,
you can get them at campblood.org. Click on the swag button on the left, and you will find lots of designs for men and ladies. Mouse pads, coffee mugs, posters, buttons, magnets, bumper stickers, shit.
Lots of stuff.
Lots of shit.
Lots of stuff.
Buy it. We'll see you next week. Air kiss.
Okay.
Mwah. Mwah. Mwah.
Oh. Yeah.
Wark.